Okay. Request from RobManfredsFixer. Watch support player came back to their Overwatch 1 rank on Ana. Feel like you have good decision making, good comms. Don't really want anything with mechanics. More positioning based. I'm just gonna outline some. I've already pre-watched this, and I recorded a VOD review, but I wasn't very happy with it because I should have pre-watched some more so I could focus on some other things. But so this is my second time doing this, and I'll try to be a bit better than I was my first time. I'm gonna outline some rules for you, these positioning rules, and then I'm gonna point them out more actively. And then I'm gonna also outline some ability rules, ult usage, ult tracking rules. So positioning guidelines: at a safe distance, which means you're not in danger of dying, whatever distance that might be for your character and the characters you're playing against. Being near natural cover, as in you can duck in and out of that natural cover. When needed. Blanking, 1 second. Oh, you can do healing and damage from that position. When the enemy team moves forward, you move back. When the enemy team moves back, you move forward. Those are your positioning guidelines. Guidelines for cooldown usage. You should use cooldowns to take space, to deny space, to secure a kill, to deny a kill.
Cool done.
Thanks.
Did you just get that skin today, or did you already have it before?
This is somebody else. I'm watching. Sorry about that. And then, okay, I'm just gonna start from the beginning because I forget what I said. Take space, deny space, confirm a kill, deny a kill, in between fights to get ult charge. Ult tracking. At the beginning of the game, when you're about to get an ult, the other team has ults or is also about to get their ults. All that comes into thinking about tracking is what ults did the team use last fight. The ones that they didn't use are the ones they're going to have this next fight. And then if they switch characters, obviously take that into account. That their ult charge was reset. Your mechanics are completely fine. Plenty good enough. Alright.
Five, four,
let's get into it.
3, 2,
you're gonna come here. This first fight, I think you play. It's going to be expected to play it. Then the rest of this round, not like your finish. It's not absolutely sleeping charge, it's good, and moves forward and moves back. Moves back, moves forward. If your team's all full health, you can do some damage.
There's much for you to do.
Overall, pretty good there. Probably could have gotten in a few more shots of damage. There's a time there in which your team was all pretty much full health, and you were still worried about healing when you could have been doing some damage in between. Okay, what I don't like is I'd rather have you on high ground here. Where your Torb's at. Essentially. Up there. Because I'm not really sure why the enemy team always takes bottom. They should be going top and challenging from top. And your team should be stopping them up top at that choke point. But anyways, be around where your Torb's at, by that wall right there. And then when your team's fighting on choke, you can heal, do damage there. And then if they start to focus you, you can back up behind those walls. And then once their team pushes in, enemy moves forward, you move back. You move back, you drop down behind that wall by that pillar, maybe, depending on where your team's at. Yeah.
Covering you.
You're like on top of your team.
No recovery.
And this is one of those examples. You can heal all these people from back where you were. Because although back there isn't the most optimal spot, it is better than right here. Because you have no natural cover at all. You're not at a safe distance really, because you know that Orion's about to have Shatter probably. If you're tracking ults, you should know that they're about to have Shatter. And you keep moving forward here, and it's really unnecessary. I'd still be back where your Torb is. Actually, like exactly where your Torb is. And then if you were... Okay, enemy moves forward, you move back. Okay, you don't move back. Show here. Okay. Yeah, just everything within me is screaming to move back.
Taking care of you.
Quick enough because you breached your imaginary space of safe space. You breached the safe space, and because you breached your safe space, when they moved forward, you couldn't move back quick enough. It's also problematic that there's Shatter there. You'll be watching out for it and be back pushes forward.
You'll have to try harder than that.
Hi there. Hiya. Hiya.
See, their team's challenging high ground. You guys come through high ground. I don't know why they always come through bottom.
You're powered up. Get in there.
I felt like the nanos so early. You're going for the ult combo, which is cool. But it's a good combo and everything. But I would have liked your ram to be a bit closer before you popped it. Also here, your ram's gonna push forward like he should. And look at that McCree. He's pretty much all by himself. Basically what I want you to do here is stay exactly where you are and peek from this little room here. Shoot that McCree off high ground because nobody on your team needs healing. And then you move out of protection and into an open space where that McCree is a threat to you. Anyways, I would have stayed back in that room, shot that McCree, pushed him off high ground, maybe even killed him. Flying forward here. And it's not really necessary to move forward, especially as far as you move. I would have stayed on that high ground. Okay, but now your position is fine.
Happy to assist. I'll keep you up. Watch here. That must sting. You make all of Reinhardt's mistakes.
Over here! You're all set up.
big. Where's your natural cover?
They have
I'd be using
superior
that
numbers.
right there. I'd be right here, peeking in and out right here, if I'm gonna be bottom like this. But preferably I'd be up high ground, and since that McCree's up there, I'd be behind those walls up there at the four corners, pushing that McCree off top, or just repositioning.
I will not let you fall.
Anyways, put yourself in danger. No reason.
Come here to get healed. Heal you.
But tank kills the line. Take the fight with the Vinci.
Help me. Du brauchst medizinische Betreuung.
Enough whining. You're fine.
I think this is where you do real silly, because he's got shatter. And I mean, in general, I would never be here. In front of a Rhine while he has healers like this. And on top of that, he's got shatter. You're just kind of asking to die here, and you sleep him, and then you stay in front of him. You're still but yeah, that was a severe lapse in judgment. You guys did a nice
Thank you. You're powered up.
Rush 2 sleeps if you're missing your nades, take a little bit more time with them, make sure that just like a half second longer, make sure it's
0 to 1.
okay. Come through here. Already, okay. Enemy moves forward, you move back, but I just disagree with how you. Okay, then you stop moving back, and the enemy team's still moving forward. Right here, you're definitely able to be killed. If that brig was up farther, shield bash, and you're dead, because their team's gonna turn on you. And your Torb's in the same situation here. Bad positioning. Enemy team moved forward. You did not move back. In this case, as soon as I saw... Okay. Too far. Anyways, as soon as I saw them coming through that right side room, I would have backed up through that big health box room and went all the way to where you're about to go here. Right here is where I would have moved as well. But just in a very much less dangerous way, I would move through big health pack room as soon as I saw them coming from that side.
The objective is
Anyways, doing fine here. Kind of done. But I would also took a note. Okay, Torb just died. You got two options: either avoid the McCree or try and kill the McCree. I would have, okay, enemy moving forward on that right side there. I would have moved to the left to, as soon as that Torb died, I would have moved to around this corner right here. You still have viewpoint. And you move forward, you move back, etc., etc. Natural cover. Anyways,
Eager, Reinhardt.
you die, here's your fault. Because why are you fighting still? It's a 3-on-5. 3-on-5. No tank. You'd started moving back originally instead of trying to keep fighting. You probably get out.
I go out on my terms.
Watch out for this one! I'm seeing great things for you.
I'm gonna see something
The
here
pain.
in which safe space doesn't really change per character you're fighting and character that you are, but also situationally. Here you have 3-on-1. Ryan's purpled at low health, has no way to get to his team. It's perfectly fine for you to push here, push up on him, and kill him, because if he drops shield, he's dead.
I have you. Keep
That
fighting.
was perfectly fine.
Supercharge! I'm on fire!
But there's going to be a later trying to something that was not
I won't let you fall.
It's not really your job to cap here. I'd stay back on those back left stairs. Let someone go scout. Because now you're caught open trying to rotate back to those back left stairs when you didn't really have to be. If they had swapped to Widow or something, or even McCree could, anything could kill you here if they got back quick enough. But Torb's also protecting you here. Anyways, I would have stayed on those steps. And we also have a weird play here. Okay, you see that Genji,
Stand up straight.
and you just kind of sit in his sight line here. And now you see all three of them.
You're powered up. Get in there.
Should have died there, probably.
Can confirm.
Ended up working out, but I would have cut off that sight line immediately as soon as I saw that McCree and Genji would have backed up to that health back.
I've got you.
I probably wouldn't have moved back up the steps in the first place. Your tank came back and I understand why you moved up to try and clear your tank. Taking it back up to you. Your tank's dead, I believe. So you should be running immediately. Running. You should be running.
Keep fighting.
And now you're in quite the predicament, right? You have this big open space that now you're being forced to cover. When if you'd started moving back,
I've got
way
you.
back down, as soon as our tank comes here,
Rest up, old man.
I'm moving back, and then I'm still moving back.
No recovery.
I go back through those left lane here, back to back left steps, immediately. My tank's not here, their whole team's here, and if they come out quick enough to where you can't get all the way to back left steps, you can still go to that left side there and peek from that little place with the big health pack until things clear up enough for you to be able to move back left steps. But you don't move back and then you move forward quick enough. So you die here to Nano Blade. Hopefully you wouldn't have died to Nano Blade in the first either way. But still, you didn't follow positioning rules. It made it easier for them to do it. You're back left, and they dive you. Well, first off, you're gonna. Basically, it's gonna make it harder for them.
Thank you.
Not really your fault. I'm not sure why that person tried to res you there. Guess they thought you could get out, but kind of sad.
One of these days I'll end up in Fiji.
Let's give them
I planned that perfectly.
Kid, this is a weird fight. Teams are pretty split.
Don't fret.
Fine. Kill me and cheat.
objective captain.
Okay, this is the situation I'm talking about. Before, the Rhine was purple by himself against 3 people. Now, the Rhine's not purple. He has both his healers. And it's a 3-on-4, I believe. Yeah. 3-on-4, both healers, not purpled. This was a very dangerous push. It was not 6 space. And also, hey, Ryan has Shatter. That's ult tracking again. I'm not actively ult tracking right now because I'm trying to tell you all the positioning mistakes. But if I were in game, I would have been thinking about that. And plus, it feels kind of silly to try and ult track when I can literally see it right now.
My servants never die.
Here, like I said before, it's not on his job to so here, touch, you shouldn't be suiciding because you had two characters, the Tracer and the Mercy, that are both characters that are better at contesting point than you. And they were able to contest point. You see after you die that they both contest point. It would have been better if you stayed alive and healed them, rather than done what you did. Anyways, I think you just lose here before you can get back. So, yeah.
3, 2, 1.
This is the final fight. Let's do whatever it takes.
I want to see more of this positioning from you. Next to cover, where you can peek in and out of, at a safe distance, where you can heal and do damage. That's what I'm
I'll
saying.
keep you up.
I feel like I could have stayed there for a little bit longer. These steps is fine. I think your Ryan made it silly. Fight while you're running away. You can get ult charge off of it. And you can pick. Rather than just running. Okay, enemy moves forward.
Learn from them.
Let's stick together. Hello?
Okay. Also try and talk about the cooldown usage here. Use cooldowns to deny a kill. Not sure if it was completely necessary, but fine, use cooldowns. Doing some damage while your team's full health. You should be doing more of that, probably. Okay, Ryan moves forward.
Rest up over there. Enough whining. You're
Ryan
fine.
moves forward, you move back. The issue with what you do here is you don't have any natural cover you can really use, because that Ryan is eliminating you from backing up into that natural cover. And you're just kind of out here in the open for this McCree to shoot you and kill you, which they do. I would have just immediately dropped to those steps below you. Had cover, kept moving away from that one.
Zenyatta
This is
here.
not the end.
Yeah. Really not sure why your teammate doesn't go Ram after you win first point with Ram. It's really weird for me. We win with Ram. I play every other character. We lose.
Enemies.
Play Ram. bite from Nanoblade anyways.
You'll have to try harder than that. Sorry for your wound.
Would have been nice if you did that sleep there. Maybe take a little more time. I get it. You're not your job to touch. I would have stayed back by that point. Okay, so actually wasted ult. Definitely should have kept that.
Over there.
Huge. Then he just gets absolutely worked by that McCree. That McCree's actually pretty good.
Enemy in sight.
Good nade here. And then enemy moves forward. You move forward.
Getting drowsy?
You really should have died right here to this McCree. Body shot. There's this thing. You're dead. Or just triple body shot you, because by the time you get out, you could have triple body shot. You just miss the shots. And so you're able to survive for a little bit. But yeah, I would have not followed your tank. I would have came back left side, through left, and gone behind one of these pillars here. Repositioned in a very dangerous way.
I still have some fight
Okay,
in me.
here you throw a nade from spawn. You should be throwing more nades from spawn. So why not? Overall, I don't think your team lost that match because of you. I think it was because your tank was a silly boy and didn't swap back to Ryan when, to Ram, when that's what you guys were winning with. Really weird. Especially because he swaps so many characters. Why not just swap back to the one that you were winning with? But you definitely could improve on all the things I mentioned. Mostly those positioning rules. Your mechanics are fine. Plenty good enough. If you want, I can VOD review the other game, but I'm just going to leave it at this because I think it's plenty enough to for you to learn from. Keep in mind those rules of positioning, those rules of cooldown usage. Keep in mind how to ult track. All the stuff I say at the beginning. You could be doing a little bit more damage here and there to secure some picks. But you are looking for damage at least, which is a good thing. Yeah. When I think of, yeah, those are the main takeaways that I have for you. Your cooldown usage is pretty much fine. Just take a little bit more time when you're throwing your nades. Make sure you get them right. When you have the time to spare, that is. Obviously not every time are you going to have the extra half second to take your time and make sure it hits, but when you do, make sure they hit. But I could definitely see you climbing higher, as long as you keep those rules of positioning in mind and really work at them.